Welcome again, everybody, to Hot Plate Madness. It's the lovely Jen Martin back from Disneyland, and today we are doing Kaya's Quesadilla, and Kaya is one of our favorite viewers out there, isn't she, Jen Martin?
Yes, she is. Kaya is my 11-year-old daughter. Roger's one of Roger's favorite people on this planet. She really is. So the reason why we call it Kaya's Quesadilla is because my daughter has to be gluten-free. And so she doesn't get to eat a lot of sandwiches because there's gluten in bread. There's gluten-free bread out there, but she doesn't like any of it. And so we stick with corn tortillas, which we get a packet of this, and she often just makes really quick quesadillas at home, and that's her sandwich. So it's Kaya's Quesadilla. All right. So, however, for those of us who really love to eat gluten, we have real tortillas, flour tortillas for everyone. And so we'll be making quesadillas with that as well. So the things you'll need for quesadillas are chicken. We have chicken that Roger mostly unwrapped already. Well, I told him not to. Well, I didn't tell him not to, but I got mad when he unwrapped it.
I just get afraid, of course, of chicken. If you've seen the show before, you know that that's my most feared animal, right there, chicken.
My goodness.
But we also have a tomato.
A tomato.
We've got some cheese.
Cheese. We've got a can of beans, black beans, okay? And we've got some salsa and sour cream. This is for dipping when it's all done.
Love me some sour cream.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know what's really good? Adding taco seasoning to your sour cream and making it like a little Mexican dip.
I have not heard of that before.
You haven't done that? It's
no,
that easy.
Well, and last week on the Man Show version, I learned about putting an indentation in your cheeseburger.
I learned that too when I watched your guys' show, when you made fun of me for being at Disneyland.
Well,
but clearly I was enjoying myself.
We're here trying to do a show, and she's all playing around.
It's a small world ride. It's classic. Small world, tiki room. It's great stuff.
All right, then. So, meanwhile, back to reality of this chicken.
Dang
my gosh.
Reality. Okay, so I'm going to point some things out really quick because chicken, you can get chicken in the frozen section at the store where they sell you a bag of pre-frozen chicken. But something you want to look at when you're grocery shopping so that you can stay on a budget is you look at the price per pound or the price per ounce, which is usually on the sticker, like the little price tag sticker in the freezer section. I was looking at it, and chicken was like $2.48 per pound in the pre-frozen bag. I went over to the fresh chicken to compare, and it was $2.99 a pound. So you can see how the fresh chicken's a little more than the frozen chicken. However, the fresh chicken this morning was on sale, okay? This cute yellow sticker says, "Oh, look, I'm on sale today," which made it, and I wrote it down because I did the math, it made it $1.38 per pound. So it was cheaper for me to buy the fresh chicken today than it was to get the frozen bag chicken, okay? So then, of course, I got this big thing of chicken, and when you're just at home by yourself, you don't need this much chicken. You're out of frame, Roger. You're out of frame. You don't need to use this much chicken to make quesadillas, okay? So what you'll do is you'll end up freezing your own chicken, okay? You'll just pick up at the store some freezer bags. These are Ziploc quart size. You can get gallon size too. Freezer bags. You put the chicken in there. You squeeze the air out as best you can. Zip it up. I always put a date on here because if it's in there for like a year, it tastes really gross. So put a little date on your bag, throw it in your freezer, and you still have leftover chicken. So
or we've used recipes this last couple of weeks where we've had chicken as well. So you could make quesadillas today and then Cappy's hula chicken and salsa tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely. So just remember that when you're putting chicken in your fridge, it should only be in there for about 4 days, and you should be using it.
Yeah, definitely.
So otherwise, it'll just go bad, and Roger will not show up at your funeral. He'll be afraid he'll get like secondary salmonella.
You can tell when your chicken's bad in the refrigerator because you open the fridge door and you can smell that it's bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then you immediately dispose of it.
So I'm going to turn this on to high, okay, because we're going to cook our chicken. That's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook our chicken up, okay? Roger, would you like to prep our chicken?
I am not going anywhere near that.
Chicken!
But my understanding is you were really good at that.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to take some chicken, okay? And I'm going to cut it very similar to when we did Cappy's hula chicken and salsa. Just going to cut it down the middle, and then I'm going to cut it into chunks. It doesn't have to be exact at this point because when it's done cooking, I'm going to chop it up a little bit more so that it's smaller.
Try to make it finer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, what if like somebody got some of that ground chicken that is like for a chicken burger or something?
You could do ground meat. That's totally fine. You could do just like ground beef if you wanted to just sprinkle some of that into your quesadilla. The beautiful thing about quesadillas is you can put just about anything in it you want. So there's more things that I like putting in it that I didn't even bring with me today. I usually like having avocado in it, but avocado is not cheap in Alaska. So unfair.
So you're dicing this tomato?
No, I want thin slices, please.
Oh, like I'm going to put them on a hamburger or something?
Yeah, thin, please.
All right.
Thin, though.
All
Okay.
Right. Is that thin enough?
Can everyone
is
just
that
see?
thin enough right there? Is that little sliver? Is that going to work for you, Jen Martin? Will that work?
I think that's lovely. Can I get a whole slice, though?
We'll find out.
Roger, you're cutting that behind the bowl. How are the viewers even going to see what you're
There's
doing?
certain things that have to happen behind closed doors. One of them is thinly slicing a tomato.
That's what she said.
Is that too much or is that okay?
That's okay. You know? Have you ever seen that Disneyland, okay? Have you ever seen that Disney cartoon? Yes! Where it's like Pluto and Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, and it's the beanstalk one where they're cutting this bean and it's like paper thin and it's translucent and they can see through it. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Thank you! One of our viewers has seen that cartoon before. That's what we're talking about. Thin. Those are beautiful, Roger.
All
Very
right,
beautiful.
thank you.
Okay, you can have thicker tomatoes if you want to. It's up to your preference, but usually people don't like huge, thick tomatoes in their quesadillas. But it's up to you. I am over here out of screen, rinsing my hands so that Roger doesn't have a fit. I'm rinsing them in bleach water because I was touching icky chicken.
Well, but the benefit of this recipe, though, is everything is going to be cooked, right? Because are you going to just...
My hands had raw chicken.
Right, no,
on
I
them.
got that part. But are these
Oh, I smell bleachy.
tomatoes going to be cooked?
Smell.
Oh, yeah,
Bleachy.
that's some bleach.
So,
Are these going to be cooked, or do they
no.
just... Oh, okay,
No,
all right then.
those
Yeah.
will not be cooked.
So vitally important to make sure you don't have your chicken messing with these tomatoes. Then.
Now, we season the chicken. You can get a little packet of taco seasoning. There's still an individual packet at the store. I failed to purchase that when I was buying groceries. So I went to our cafe right here in the building and said, ooh, do you have taco seasoning? And yes, they have taco seasoning. So I'm really excited. We're going to sprinkle some of this into our chicken. Oh my gosh, that smells good. Can you smell that?
I don't even need to put my face up to it. I can smell it.
Yeah, it's pretty potent.
And how
Let's
much?
hope I don't sprinkle too much. You know what, actually? I'm just going to take this tablespoon here. Roger, you still have not taken the dang zip tie off of the spoon.
And she just says, buy the stuff. I didn't know I had to prepare the stuff.
I have bugged you about that a few times, I believe.
Man,
Okay.
I'm not the one that forgot to buy taco seasoning.
Oh, my word.
That's what happens when you send a woman to the grocery store.
Oh!
Bam! Call back to
You know
episode
what
1.
happens when
Call
you...
back to episode 1 right there.
No.
Bam!
No.
Bam! Yeah. Hey, man, I'm just coming
Hey.
off the Man Show with Logan where we were
I'm
making
just
beefy
coming back from
cheeseburgers,
Disneyland,
man. So,
okay?
bam.
I am not responsible.
Now I'm doing all this healthy food here.
Oh
we
my
ain't got enough time for healthy food.
gosh.
Man Show.
Roger!
No,
So
it's
I just
very
put-
nice to have you back, Jen. Very nice.
Oh, thank you. So you could pick on me.
Well, yes.
I watched last week's episode when you were like, isn't Jen always in Disneyland?
Well, and here you are with the little...
Oh,
on.
my goodness. I wish. It's a magical place. Maybe one day We could do hot plate madness at
In
Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Roger, let's do
With
it.
who was the guy you were calling out for the
Gordon
other? Gordon Ramsay. So
Ramsay!
maybe Gordon Ramsay will invite us to work with him in Disneyland one day.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, the whole audience would have to come as well. We got to bring our people with us.
Let's put those on a plate though, because we're gonna, when the chicken's cooked, we're gonna use that cutting board to chop it up finer. We're not gonna use the previous chicken cutting board because that's got the raw chicken juice on it. Once the chicken's cooked, we don't want to mix that with raw. So we're gonna use that cutting board to chop it up more. And the reason why we use black beans in Kaya's quesadillas is because Kaya loves black beans. She will just dump black beans in her rice. She'll put them in her quesadilla. We actually ate quesadillas for dinner last night, and she said, "Can we open a can of beans?" She really likes beans in her quesadillas. So we're gonna, in Kaya's honor, have black beans in our quesadillas today. Okay, so you can see, I don't know if you can see in there, but there's black bean juice, right? We're gonna take this lid out. Oh, there's some juice there. I need a, thank you, garçon.
Towel boy.
Towel boy. Here, towel boy.
Ah, thank you.
Just leave that there. I'm going
Right
to use
there?
it again.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to dump our black beans out and strain them. Okay. We're going to try and make a mess. We're just going to rinse them a little. Switch that around, Roger. Come on. Help me out here. The reason why we rinse it is because black beans have kind of like a, when they sit in water, they get filmy, and that filminess gets into the water and is kind of icky. So we just clean them off. Our hot plate kitchen is so awesome. We've got like nothing. It's so great. Okay, we're getting there with the chicken, but we're gonna make sure that it's really cooked because we don't want Roger like freaking out over here.
Yeah, you cook your chicken, people.
Cook your chicken.
That's what she said.
Yes! Yes! I love it. Oh, I love it when I rub off on people. I'm such a good influence.
She is. But you mentioned earlier that we don't have a lot in this kitchen, and I think that's kind of the whole purpose of this show because we're trying to get young people out there who maybe have just moved into their own place or maybe don't have a place at all, but they do have some basic
Studio
stuff.
apartments.
Right, and so we're still trying to show here that you can make stuff that's good. It's fun to eat. It's fun to cook, especially if you have somebody like Jen Martin to help you cook.
Don't forget your mouse ears.
It's right. But it's good food, right? It's healthy food. It's filling food. You're not going to wake up tomorrow morning feeling kind of heavy or something because you ate a bunch of McDonald's or things like that. And so that's really the whole point of this show that we're trying to do here. So yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We're excited. All right, let's scoot this over because we're going to chop our chicken up a little bit finer. Are you okay doing that, Roger?
I can do
it's
that
cooked.
part. Yeah.
All right,
No, when
start
it's cooked,
chopping.
I'm good with chicken.
Start chopping our
It's
chicken
just
up
my
finer.
fear is that raw chicken
Ooh, my.
or living chicken. I don't like those either. And now I'm trying to make this as fine as possible. Is that correct?
Well, it would be really hard to sandwich big chunks of chicken like this into a quesadilla. So, I mean, if you want to, that's the beauty of quesadillas. You can do whatever you want, but make it to where you don't have these huge chunks of chicken. There was nothing wrong with that piece of chicken.
Well, I was just doing my thing there.
So, but make it up finer so that, like,
Okay.
it can actually, you can fold the quesadilla over on itself and it won't be like this huge, lumpy, mountainous thing. So what we're going to do for the sake of this show is we're going to actually just put toppings or fillings on half of this tortilla, and we're going to fold the tortilla over on itself and cook it that way. And then, of course, we'll be flipping it, and you'll see it as we go along. So I put a little bit of cheese on the bottom, and then I'll put more cheese on top of the chicken. Okay, I'm gonna scoop some chicken. I'm gonna sprinkle it onto my cheese. Look at this, it's so beautiful. Okay.
And so, Jen, is that generally as fine as you get that chicken, or do you make it? Is that too
Generally,
much?
yeah. When I'm at home, I don't cook on a hot plate. I cook chicken all day in the crock pot, and then I shred it from the crock pot. But when you're on a hot plate madness, man, this is how we roll. So I'm putting more cheese on my chicken. And then
she
I'm
said.
going. Oh my gosh, Roger. You're like dirtier than me, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so then I'm gonna close that over, right? And we're gonna let it keep toasting on the bottom side. And then we'll flip it and toast. Oh, I forgot the beans. Kaya would be so mad at me. Okay, I'll use this. She just sprinkles some beans in there. She loves it.
And then you've got the salsa and the tomatoes. When do those go?
The salsa's for dipping. The tomatoes
see.
go on after because they're really good when they're cold and fresh against all of the hot insides. It's pretty yummy. So
Okay.
I always just open it up and add them afterwards. Look at how thick that is. That's why, like, if your chicken's really thick, your quesadilla is going to be thick. Look at that. That's pretty thick.
So is that too thick?
No,
No, that's what you want.
this is okay. This is all right. And it's because of the beans.
Oh, right.
Kaya loves beans, and so her quesadilla will get kind of thick. So, yeah. In there. I flipped it because this is
And so it's getting
toasted.
brown right there.
Yeah,
right?
it's a little brown and it's toasted. And the cheese is melted. I rarely use a spatula, but you can see how the cheese is melting. We're going to keep letting it melt. Okay, we're going to give Brandy some salsa. And some sour cream. Oh my goodness. This is why.
Oh, sorry.
Put it in your shirt. Roger.
There you go.
What in the world?
And the audience saw
you.
that I removed it, and
Okay.
then immediately you needed it again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's done. We're gonna cut. Ooh, yum. Look at. Okay, Miss Brandy. Come on up and try our quesadilla.
All the way in.
Here you go.
All right,
It's
so
gonna
this
be
is the
toasty.
Kaya quesadilla. Give us some help here. Is it good?
The phone's ringing in here.
Oh, she likes it. Yes, Brandy. Yes, yay.
Awesome.
All right,
Yay.
excellent.
Okay.
And so, did we put the tomatoes in?
No, we forgot the tomatoes. We'll have to make another one. Here we go. Who wants to be our next sampler?
You don't have to be on camera for this one.
Nobody raised their hands.
All right, so it looks like once again we've created a meal that didn't make our studio audience gag. So that's always good. Jen, so nice to have you back. We look
Thank
forward
you.
to continuing. And that's, I think, another successful show.
Eat quesadillas.
All right, yeah, quesadillas, Kaya's quesadilla. Kaya, shout out to you. Thanks for the
Woo,
recipe.
you rock, lady.
Thanks. See ya.